Hi, welcome to MikiSunshine Creates. I'm Miki. Please let me know if the music in the background bothers you. I'll lower the volume. Alexa, lower volume. Yeah, that was a little too loud. If you're watching this on replay, thank you. Don't forget to put the hashtag replay in the comments so I know that you were here. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy what you're seeing tonight, please subscribe and hit the bell so you always know when I upload a new video or go live. And I go live every Friday at 7:30 p.m. All right, that's it. That's my spiel. Do you know where your pumpkin is? Hi, Catherine. I found this great background. I mean, we're getting close to Halloween. It's only 10 days away. So I figured, let's decorate. I've been going crazy this week. Oh, how are you tonight, Catherine? And do let me know if the music in the background bothers you. And yes, it's legal. I found a new way. I just don't know if I should do it through Alexa or the computer. Rebecca! Hi, sweetheart. Hi, Melody. Oh, what was that? Bushy stops. It stops quickly. Ah, there it's back. Yeah, the music is nice. It's Cream of the Stream from Spotify, and it's all copyright free. Hi, Jerry. So you're allowed to play it on your lives, which is nice. And I don't like all the songs that they've got, but a lot of them, they're pretty cool. They're mellow, which is exactly what I want. I'm just not nuts about beats. I'm not nuts about drum beats. Never have been. What can I say? I think it's the drum beats are just too in your face. Does that make sense? Anyway, remember that stomach issue I had last week? And I thought I got rid of it after 2 days. It's back. Yeah, I'm doing it through Alexa, so she's got only so many volumes. Alexa, lower volume to 2.5. A little lower. I don't know if you can hear anything now. But it's fine for me. Is this better? Now you don't hear anything? You telling me you really didn't hear it before? Should I make it louder? I don't know. Tell me. Are you telling me you're not getting any volume? Oh my God. Catherine heard me. There must be something wrong with your computer. Right, Catherine? You hear me? Right? Now it's too quiet, or did you like it the volume before or now? Because I did lower it a little bit. And yes, it's always in hand language, sign language, whatever. And can you still hear the music? Because I like it. This is the perfect volume for me. It's nice and it's just in the background, just there. This way, if I go quiet, at least you have something to listen to. Oh, I'm sorry, Rebecca. Yeah, it's a radio, so this commercials. Unfortunately. But it's better than nothing. I usually listen to a jazz radio on Amazon Music, but it's not copyright free. So this is the only one I can find. See that? It's no music. Come on, bring the music back. Ready to dive back into premium? Tap the banner to learn more. Oh, I guess I'd have to buy premium in order to have it commercial free. Hi, Robin. And I already have Amazon Music I pay for. I don't want to pay for Spotify. So I'll take the free music with commercials. It's like sitting and listening in my car. Yeah, well, Melody, there's no music right now. And it's on very low. I don't know. I don't know if Alexa's playing with me or if the radio station is playing with me. But anyway, it's called Cream of the Stream on Spotify. And it's cool because I like it that it's copyright free. So I can play it here, I can play it in recordings, whatever. I can use some of the music, in my recordings. Oh, you had to restart your phone. Okay. Now it's playing very, very low. It keeps getting louder and lower. Like I said, I don't know if that's Alexa or if it's Spotify, the station. But unless you want to keep hearing me give her orders to raise the volume or lower the volume all night. Anyway, now that more of you are here, I got to ask, do you know where your pumpkins are? I picked pumpkins because, like I said, we're almost to Halloween. Rebecca, what do you think of my background? Isn't that cool? I've got another one too. I got a couple of spooky ones. They're fun. A lot of fun to play with. So I'm playing with them. What can I tell you what happened this week? Well, I got some stuff from Whole Foods, but he didn't get what I really wanted. Oh, cool, Robin. I used to love doing puzzles. Good for you, Catherine. Are they carved yet? Oh, I'm getting some serious questions. What is this about pumpkins? 10 days to Halloween. To Samhain. I always forget the pronunciation of that. It's pronounced Samhain, even though it's spelled Samhain. I think it's Irish or something. They got some weird spellings and pronunciations. It doesn't want to come off. Oh, not yet. When do you do your pumpkin carving? I remember doing it. We used to do it for school, and a couple of years, I took a pumpkin carving class at this art studio. Now that was fun. The artist, oh my god, what she could do with a knife and a pumpkin. I was floored at some of the and so fast. I was floored at some of the things she did. It was just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It was a lot of fun, and I did get better. I did that for 2 years, and then I got bored. Didn't want to do it anymore. Or they closed or something. I don't remember what. They had other um, painting classes that I'd taken, and this was after work. And I would take cooking classes at the local high school after work, a couple of days a week. That was fun. I took Chinese cooking. You do it the weekend before Halloween. That's next weekend. It's so unfair when Halloween doesn't fall on a weekend or a Monday or a Friday. When it falls during the week, I don't know, it kind of seems like it's, God, I can't think of the words. I'm having a meltdown, a brain meltdown right now. Unfair? No, it's not. Not that it's unfair. It's just, it's not good. It's not fun. It's not, I don't know. I used to hate to go after school and have to go back again. Hi, Billy. How are you, sweetie? Uh, Once again, I missed your live today, but I actually was working. I was editing. I recorded 2 or 3 videos on the unboxing of my storage cartons. Still working on the first carton though. I think there's 2 more boxes in there. 3. There's 3 more. Oh. And I'm trying to do them quickly so that they don't last for an hour and a half. I mean, that's too long for a video. I'm trying to get them cut down shorter, but it's hard because I take a look at these beautiful stones and beads that I have, and it brings back so many memories, and I get so excited, and it's like, oh, geez, I remember this. This is boy, isn't this pretty? Kind of like I was to jewelry supplies as I am to, and some of you are to diamond painting. I'm not as bad as I was to jewelry. Oh God, I spent a fortune in stones and silver and tools and findings, wire, and just a whole bunch of things. Unfortunately, I was working, so I could have, actually, I wasn't working. I had savings. I had a lot of savings. And then I used it all up. I think the problem was nobody wanted to pay my prices. But if you're going to use some of the real stones, like you can always tell the difference between real turquoise and fake turquoise. If the price is too good to be true, it's probably fake. Because real turquoise, woo, it's expensive. Even the beads, the difference being from 3 or 4 cents a bead to $2.75 a bead. That's a big difference. That's an expensive bead. And I also used real silver. I like silver. Silver is pretty, especially the new Argentium silver, which is it's like sterling, but it's instead of being mixed with copper, which tarnishes, it's mixed with Argentium, which is a different mineral, and it doesn't tarnish. So it's sterling silver without the tarnish. Sterling silver has to be what, at least I forget, 75% silver. It has to have more silver than mineral in it. That's my old coffee. I don't want that one. I want this one. ADQ. I'm glad you're doing good, Billy. You still driving around town? Oh gosh, I get thirsty. And I didn't want to show my face today. So no face. Just what I'm working on, which is my haunting, my Halloween project. And I hope I can get it done in the next 10 days. So I really want to start my Christmas project. It's a big one. So I need to start it early. So, because it's probably going to take me more than 6 weeks to do, because I just don't time paint as fast or as long as I used to. Dan talks to me and he can't get my attention because I do get very absorbed in it. And I sit here just listening to either music or to YouTube. And it's relaxing and you get into it. And I love that snap sound. We all love that snap. DQ is on. Oh, sorry, DQ. But I'm the only one allowed to complain in here. I want to keep this light and easy and fun. So what is new with you guys? Because I don't know. I do have a question though. If you watch my videos, what makes you not watch it all the way through? What do I have to change? I constructive criticism is always welcome. I mean, Rebecca says I should make them shorter, but it's for doing these unboxings, it's hard. That's when I did the kitting up for the Christmas project. That's why I put it into 2 parts. Because I took a look at it, it was an hour and 45 minutes. What? That's way too long. So I found a convenient place to cut it off, hoping people might be interested in hearing the rest of the story. And they'll go to part 2. I had fun doing that whip and chat. That was, I talked a lot about myself, about my marriage, my second marriage, and my 3-week honeymoon. Oh man. Some things like that transatlantic cruise I took are just too good to forget. They were too good. That 3-week my honeymoon was, even with my cousin passing away, it was too good. I wish he hadn't passed away, though. I did kind of put a maybe it was a sign that I shouldn't have married Joe. It might have been a sign from him. I mean, he interrupted my honeymoon, so maybe his spirit was saying, "You don't want this one. You don't want this one. He's too controlling." Oh man, wouldn't it be funny if it was true? I like to think that the spirit lives on beyond the body. Not as we know it, not with memory so intact that it could be, reincarnated into another and you remember. But I think the spirit lives on. It's energy, and I don't think we might not even stop thinking. We might still have thoughts. Only our thoughts, instead of being confined to the energy and the electric in our brains, it's the universe. It's nice to think about, It's nice to believe that. I think that's why religion came about. It's nice to believe that it's out of your hands. But if fate is real, if destiny is real, then there's no free will. Because it would have happened anyway. If that's your destiny, if it's fate, isn't that true? Or am I just blowing it out my arse? Somebody better say something soon. Oh, I'm going to cry. Because all I do is ramble. And if you want me to keep rambling, well, I'll ramble. Ask Rebecca how I ramble. It was diamond painting. We were on the messenger today, video chatting, and I don't know what I talked about, but she hardly said a word, and I just yeah. I can talk about nothing. True, Rebecca? Don't answer that. And Stitch, it was so cute. Stitch was in the crocheted bed that she was working on the table, just curled up. She's not even finished with it yet. And he was just he was so happy. He was, laying there hanging out with mommy. I wish my cats would do that. They don't. Well, one of them does. He'll go on to lay down on the floor next to me. Oh, Jerry, Stitch is adorable. I think all cats are adorable. They're cute little things. I love my cats. Especially Giz. He's so pretty. He's got a pretty face. And I love Jaxie's color. I love Calico's. She's got a pretty colors. And she's black on one side and white on the other. Goes right down the middle of her face. It's really cute. Anyway, what did I do? I've been editing and making thumbnails and doing graphic work, and I have hardly been reading too. Though I'm really reading a great series now. I mean, a great series. What do you mean I was talking about the government? Oh, that's right, we were. We agreed to agree. We did. Both agree on the same things. We hate politicians. Your daughter has a calico Zola. Oh, nice name. She's a bit evil. Females can be. Female cats can be a little evil. Robin says, I have been making a series of videos, so doing a ton of editing myself, plus always reading. Yeah, but I get OCD when I'm editing or making a graphic or a thumbnail or doing something. It has to be just right. I've been working on new intros. That remember the interstellar one I've been using for a long time. Now I've got one with diamonds and one with colored smoke and different. I've been working on. It's fun. It's fun. Oh gosh, what have I been reading? I have been reading. Why isn't it on my phone? It should be on my phone. Hang on. The Force of Wind. It's an elemental mysteries. It's a vampire book. Yeah, it's definitely a vampire book. And but each the vampires have different powers, but they're all locked to the elements: fire, earth, water, air. So they can control fire, earth, water, or air. The fire elementals, the fire vampires, are dangerous because they can't control it. A lot of them just burn themselves up, before they learn control. And the story is about this fire demon, vampire. Ooh, it was good. And this girl, very smart girl. And it's very interesting. It's very there's some philosophy in there, which I enjoy. There's some in what's the word I'm looking for? There's some they touch on literature and history. Oh, hello, Gizmo. Gizmo just came up. What? Oh, I think I forgot to feed them. I was supposed to feed them at 6:30. Oops. That's because Dan's out. He went out for a walk, and now apparently he sent me a message, which for some reason I didn't hear it ping. But I looked at the message when I was sitting down here ready, and he says, feed the cats, please. I'm at Sharky's listening to awesome music. So I guess he got sidetracked in his walk. And then I got sidetracked with what I was doing. And before I knew it, it was almost 7:30 and bleh. It's called The Elemental Mysteries. The first one, I want Amazon. Come on, Emma. There you go. All right, let me see if I can find it. I gotta open this a little bigger because it's really hard to see on your phone. Contents. Kindle Unlimited. God, I love Kindle Unlimited. Oh, hi, Wilma Jean. Driving home? Okay. It's called I know it's here somewhere. No, it's not Earth Scent. Let's see. Where is it? Elemental Mysteries. Elemental Mysteries. Elemental Mysteries. What the heck? Where did he go? Why can't I find it? I, I'm about ready to give up. Let's see if I can find it here. Elemental Mysteries. Is this the one? I think this is the one by Elizabeth Hunter. Yeah, that's the one. I had bought the first three, and I'm waiting for for the fourth one to come out. I don't think that's why it's not a it's not a Kindle Unlimited. But the first one is called A Hidden Fire, an elemental vampire fantasy novel, and the series is Elemental Mysteries World Book number 1, 2, and 3. And I like it. It's very interesting. Yeah, it's a romance and a mystery, and oh, there's all sorts of things. I don't really usually read vampire novels, but this one was really good. I really enjoyed it. Okay. Oh, sorry. You know me. I'm always yawning around this time of night. Okay, we're going for tea. Do you see this is all almost the same color? It's not. It looks like it should be the same. It should looks like it should be blocking. It's not. There's 2 or 3 different colors in this block right here, and it's hard to see them because the background colors are so close. Why do they do that? I, oh gosh, I don't get it. I do have a couple of things to say about uh, Royal Diamond painting. There's a couple of areas they need some improvement. When I'm done, I'm going to do a post review, and I'll let her know. I'm sure she knows about it already, but I'll let her know that I'm doing an honest post review. You might want to wait, because this is not the printing on this. It was very difficult. Some of the symbols very difficult to read. I mean, if you've got an S and a 5, make them different colors. At least the background. If you're going to use white, if you're going to keep the same background color or close to it, make one black, one white. If you're going to use one, only white, then make the background, use it for something, a different color. I don't know, whatever. It's it seems that there's no brains go into this. And I think it's because it's computer generated and not hand uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Rendered, hand rendered. When it's rendered by hands, then people think of what another person is doing. Like, you don't never find that problem with counted cross stitch, even with painted canvas counted cross stitch. It's always, you can always tell what's what and what goes where, which is one of the reasons I liked the black and white printing from, where was it? It was just black. It was white background with black symbols, and it was so easy to read the symbols. Can't remember which one that was. I don't know. We're at a commercial break again. You see? Uh, anyway, I'm just hanging out, minding my own business, rambling on about nothing, whatever pops into my head, because nothing interesting happens. I'm just trying to do more work than read. I'm trying to put more videos online. And I don't know. I like making my videos fancy. Music and opening. I love the idea that I had of putting the thumbnail at the beginning of the video. So it's one of the reasons is because in my photos, it doesn't show the thumbnail unless it's at the beginning of the video. It only shows the video when I'm looking at my photos. So which one is this? I don't know. I don't remember. They all look alike to me. It's also why I make different thumbnails all the time. Except for the storage. I'm using the same one for that because I think it's cute. it just shows a storage facility hallway. And that's exactly what mine looks like. So, and I got one of those little roll it up and take a look at what you've got. So nobody's in a chatting mood tonight, huh? Oh my. It's not a lot of people in here either. What happened to everybody? Nobody loves it. The only time I get people in my lives is when Rebecca is on. Want to come on, Rebecca? I swear, I think we should start a new channel and just call it the Rebecca and Miki Show. Just do a live once a week. That's all. Because I have so much fun with you. And if she's not here, well, tough. I'm talking behind her back. And nobody's talking to me. Makes me wonder why I do a live. It really does. But I wonder what I'm going to do for Hanukkah. I don't know. I'll think of something. Ramen says I'm working on a Ravensburger collage jigsaw puzzle. Ooh, I like jigsaw puzzles. I like doing the jigsaw puzzles on my iPad because cats and jigsaw puzzles do not go together. You're always here, Catherine. I love you. All my subscribers. Not that I have that many, but I love y'all. I just wish I had a better attendance. But then maybe I'm just not interesting enough. Too bad. That's what I am. Oh, yeah. Dan did buy the beans for the chili. He bought me an onion. He bought me the tomato sauce, which I really didn't. I needed the diced tomatoes. And he bought me the jar is too big. The can is too big for the tomato sauce, which is just the plain that's in a can. But he forgot the green pepper. I gotta have green pepper in mine. I'm weird. Yeah, but yeah, Rebecca and I were talking about chili. I love Wendy's chili. And I learned there, what was that noise? That was weird. Um, Thank you, Wilma Jean. I love you too. Share a video of what my cat did today on our crafting messenger group. My cat, I can never get my cats on camera. It's hard unless they're sleeping. I swear. It's the only pictures I have of them. Most of them they're just sleeping. I never catch them when they're running around or doing something funny. They just boring cats. But I was it's funny, Rebecca. After I spoke with you about Wendy's chili, I was listening to one of those malicious compliance. Am I the jerk things stories? And they were talking about a guy who was working at Wendy's and had the worst customer. I mean, he said it got some pretty bad customers. I can imagine being a waitress or server at any kind of restaurant, whether it's a regular one or fast food. Oh my! If I didn't put them out of my mind, the stories I could tell, I put most of them just out of my mind. But things and retail. Oh, there's so many entitled people in the world. Like, what makes them better than you? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, how do you guys make your chili? We're back to chili. I know I'm ADD. I'm back and forth. Definitely ADD sometimes. Got a little bit of that and a little bit of OCD. I just, I don't know. I like what I like and where I like it, and my brain is all over the place. It just, it, it, it jumps around. My mom used to say that too. she, I was always very hyperactive and running around, and I talked a mile a minute. I was always talking. Um, I don't talk so much now. Well, I do, and I'm talking to them back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, friend. Um, but and when I'm talking to you guys, I talk, of course. But when I'm at a party or with other people in a group, I don't talk as much as I used to. I used to talk a lot and take over conversations. I was a bad girl. My brother, oh, he used to complain so much about how talkative I am. Now I go to family dinners, I hardly say a word. I just listen. I learned how to listen. What? That's Dan? What did he say? I'm live. Come home and feed the cats. Or they'll wait, right? I mean, they have dry food. It's not as if I'm starving them. Okay, Robin says ground beef, sometimes Italian sausage. I'm going to make mine with sausage. We have sausage in the freezer. Tomatoes, spaghetti sauce, corn. Ooh, I never thought of corn. Onions, green pepper, celery. Don't put celery in mine. Seasonings, of course. I put uh, green pepper, and use diced tomatoes. I start with the beef or the sausage, and I brown that. Then I put in diced tomatoes, and I let those render. Then I'll put in the beans, mix it all up, add the tomato sauce as much as I need. Then I start with my spices. Oh, the green pepper's in there somewhere too, and the onion and green pepper. Gotta, you know, caramelize those. I will put in coriander, cumin, chili powder, a little parsley. I can't remember what the others. A little allspice, some maple syrup, a little brown sugar, and I keep taking garlic and garlic powder and I forget. It's the spices are all on a rack next to the stove. I just grab what I can, and I keep tasting it until it reaches the flavor that I want, and then I just let it simmer. I mean, that's how I was taught to make a basic tomato sauce too, from fresh tomatoes. You render them down. You got to peel them though. That's the problem. You have to peel fresh tomatoes before you make a sauce. But I grew up in a Jewish Italian neighborhood. So I learned from the Italian mamas, grandmas, as much as I learned from my Jewish grandma. So I learned how to make tomato sauce and eggplant parmesan and veal parmesan and lasagna and all those things from scratch. And you just let it simmer until it thickens up a little bit, and then you're good to go. So, and of course it's always better the next day because the flavors have had a chance to just meld together. I make an adzuki bean casserole. It's also always better the next day. What else? Oh, I haven't made leaky potatoes in a while. And it's such an easy dish. Leaky potatoes is it's a casserole dish. You slice up the potatoes. You layer the potatoes with dollops of cottage cheese, and then leeks, and then you sprinkle it with. I can't remember the name of the salt. It's a flavored salt. It's in this green little jar. I can't remember, but just sprinkle it with that or with regular salt. And then you put another layer of potatoes and cottage cheese and leeks and salt or whatever spices you want. And you make it until you got the top. And then you just bake it for 45 minutes at 350. And oh my God, what a great side dish. Of course you add beans. You have to have beans. Wilma Jean says, this week I cooked spaghetti bakes for 30 people. What's a spaghetti bake? I always wondered, what the heck is that? I mean, it's either spaghetti or it's baked. I don't understand. That's one thing that I never learned. It's like, I don't know. I never make that. What's that dish with spaghetti that you make with the leftover turkey after Thanksgiving? Spaghetti tetrazzini or something like that. I don't know. I forget what the name of it is. But I never made that. I've also never made macaroni and cheese. I never liked macaroni and cheese, especially the Kraft. It was just bleh to me. But then I went to a couple of really nice restaurants, and I had their macaroni and cheese. Um, I'd gone back and had shrimp macaroni and cheese, lobster macaroni and cheese. Oh my gosh! And the cheeses they didn't use just cheddar. They used a whole bunch of different cheeses, Gouda, ham, and Carlsberg. I know some really nice. Yeah, aren't we, Robin? We are very glad you made it home, Wilma Jean, because I know I get scared when Rebecca calls me and she video chats me and she's driving. I want to just say to her, keep your eyes on the damn road. Anyway, spaghetti mixed with some cheese, put in a pan, topped with more cheese, and bake. What kind of cheese do you mix it with? Ricotta? And do you use sauce? I'm just curious because I've never made spaghetti bake before. My niece is staying at my mom's for a while, so I will have her cats a bit longer because my sister owns the house and is highly allergic to cats. Aw, it's a shame when people are allergic to the kitties. They don't know what they're missing. I feel bad for them. Of course, there's always antihistamines and anti-allergens, and one of these days they got to come up with a cure to cat and dog allergies. It's not fair. So many people, I know some people who love cats, but they're allergic. I mean, I don't know if he was lying or anything, but Joe, my second husband, said he was allergic to dogs, cats and dogs. And yet we got a dog. And he said, oh, I'm not allergic to it. Not interested. 3 cheeses? What different cheeses? Tell me so I can go get them. You use ricotta and mozzarella? Oh, yeah. Well, mozzarella goes on the top, right? And with leftover spaghetti. Well, not if you're making spaghetti bake for 30 people. I think you have to make a lot of spaghetti, and it's not leftover. it's it's fresh. But yeah, that sounds right to me. Ricotta and a little mozzarella, and maybe um, what's that other Italian cheese? Parmesan. I have some Parmesan in there. Love me some Parmesan. And I just bought Gouda, and I love a snack at night where I cut up green apples on a Ritz with a slice of Gouda. Oh my God, it's messy, but what a great snack that is. It really is just bite into all 3. It's Hi, Vivian. Glad you came tonight. I'm feeling lonely. We're talking about food now, recipes. I told Rebecca today that I'm a foodie. I'm a gourmand. Even though I don't cook anymore, I love cooking. And I used to cook a lot, a lot, when I could stand by a stove. Unfortunately, now I can't stand by the damn stove for long. So It's not easy to cook. It makes me not want to because, I want to cook, but then I think of the pain I'm going to be in just standing there and mixing things because I want to make stir fry and I want to make this and I want to make that. And it all takes time to prep. I think everyone is a foodie. People, they just don't like to admit it. No, not everyone is a foodie. Foodies are special. Foodies are people who don't just like food, they like talking about food, they like tasting different foods. Dan is not a foodie. He likes the blandest foods I can think of. He'll go for some hot, spicy food, but he won't go for seasoned food. There's a difference, And he just likes the bland stuff. I don't know. Something wrong with him. Well, I mean, he is my roommate, so there must be something wrong with him because who would want to be my roommate? I say for the crowd that have a more simple palate, I just mix with mozzarella and top with a mix of mozzarella and cheddar. Well, a spaghetti bake, no offense, is rather bland. I mean, unless you do something special with it, Like, I don't know. I like sauteed foods. Used to love to saute chicken, saute, uh, veal and beef for tenderloin. You do the onions first. You caramelize the onions, and then you put light flour on the meat, and it's got to be flat. It got to be little, and then you cook it with a little bit of butter and oil, and add some fresh garlic, little salt, and then the wine. And then at the last minute, you throw in the caramelized onions, and you've got a wonderful meal with its made in its sauce in its own pan, one pan. You can serve it on rice or with potato. I remember that. I don't know if I told you guys this. I think I did. That I went to. I don't know if you've ever been to Disney World. In the French area, there's an upstairs restaurant and a downstairs restaurant. Upstairs restaurant is fancy and expensive. And my husband Peter took me there once. I mean, we'd eaten in the downstairs, which that's how I found out the kind of wine that I like. And I loved it. And it's not that expensive compared to upstairs. But I ordered what was called veal calvados. Oh my God. It was sauteed veal in a calvados sauce, which is apple brandy or something like that. I don't know. In the French, in France, it's in France, right over the bridge, in the back. When you walk down the little road next to the restaurant, the downstairs restaurant, that is. And you kind of go around the corner and look, and there's a little door, and an elevator or stairs, and you go in and you go upstairs because it's upstairs, and it's like I said, white. It's white tablecloth service. So even though it's Disney, I mean, of course, you can go in jeans and a t-shirt. They really don't care, but it's a place where you can go and dress up if you want to or not. I mean, I never dressed up. I'm a jeans person. Uh, though I always wore dress shirts with jeans. I like to find fancy shirts and wear them with jeans. I said, that's dressy enough. And the veal, I liked the veal caldo so much that I told the waiter, I said, please tell the chef this is excellent. The next thing I knew, the chef came out and was standing next to me telling me how to cook it. And he was French. First, you take the veal, you put it down, and whatever French accent, and you can barely understand him. But it was it was so much fun. What I forgot to do was ask him for the written recipe because they prepare recipes. Did you know that? You could go to almost any restaurant at Disney, and if you really, really like something, you could say, do you have a recipe for this? 9 out of 10 times they'll have a recipe card for it. I don't ask me why or how, but I didn't know that at the time. Otherwise, I would have. Though it was so simple. It was such a simple recipe. You know. Let's see. Wilma Jean says, the time I was in high school and our French class went to a French restaurant was my introduction to veal. Oh my God, it's good. Yeah, it is. The only thing people have an objection to veal because they'll kill an old cow, but they won't kill a young one. Because veal is calf. I don't get it. You're willing to eat a grown cow, but if it's too young, you don't want it. That's why they call it's milk-fed veal. It's before the calf starts eating grass that they do the butchering. So before it starts taking in any solids, it's only milk fed by mama. And because of that, the meat is so tender. It's like butter. It's like, yeah, sacrifice that. But there are people who object to that. I don't, these are the same people eat meat. You know, to me, you either object to meat or you don't. You know, no halfway about it. My husband, Joel, the middle one, was a pescatarian. He would not eat chicken or beef. He would only eat fish. And I have no idea. I still to this day I don't remember why. I don't know why, but he would only wanted fish. He didn't like chicken, and I guess he didn't like the taste of it. But you call him a pescatarian because he would eat fish. Oh man, I've had some really good fish too. Not in a long time. Oh, if you've never had Dover sole, Dover sole Munir. Ooh, it's with a lemon butter sauce. Oh my God, it's so good. And the restaurant we went to, they'd bring out the whole Dover sole, and the waiter would cut it and pull the flesh off and put it in the plate for you. Oh my God, it was so good. I remember going, we used to eat there quite regularly, and I almost always had the same thing. And then we go there one day, and they're gone. It's like the Hungarian restaurant I used to get my Jaeger schnitzel, which is Wiener schnitzel with mushroom sauce, and their cream spinach, which was out of this world. And then we go there. We went there regularly too, and then they're not there anymore. They closed. It's really disappointing when your favorite restaurants close. And you can't understand why, because they're always busy. But I think that comes from mismanagement. You know, A restaurant that stays open for 30 years, they know how to manage it. There's a couple of restaurants like that around here. There's a Caribbean restaurant around here that's been open for 32 years or something. So that, longevity. But I've found so many restaurants that I loved. And Joel wanted to eat out every night. He didn't want to cook. He didn't want me to cook. I had to fight with him to stay home. That's another story. So we would go out to eat most nights. Heck, he made money. He was an electrician, so he wants to spend it, spend it. And we'd find these wonderful restaurants because he was also into good food. And we'd go to them and we'd get to know the owners because we'd go so often, and the waiters would know. We'd sit down and we'd get our coffee and Coke, whatever it was, our usual, because we were there so often. And then next thing you turn around and they're gone. It's like, crap, what happened? Didn't I tell you this is all two different colors? I'm not checkerboarding. I'm just putting down one color. There's still another color or two. Mickey, I'm going to win the lottery. I don't play, and we're going on a free road trip. Yes! Now, for that, I'll get out. That'll go out. For that, I will definitely go out. I haven't, especially for my favorite foods. And my favorite food is lobster and lamb chops. And I haven't had lobster or lamb chops in years. I've had lamb, but I haven't had lamb chops. There's a difference. Man, I miss those days going out with Lynn. But it's my fault. I don't want to go out to restaurants anymore. I'm not comfortable. I mean, I have to take a painkiller before I go out. And I don't like what it does to me. And it makes me woozy and nauseous, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was fine when I was earlier years when, I would take a painkiller before I went out with her. Now the painkillers just don't work as well as they used to. And I don't like what they do to me because I have to take more, a stronger dosage for it to do anything. Oh, Wilma Jean, you can't have seafood and fish? I'm sorry. I love shellfish. Same here. Well, I'm allergic. You're allergic to seafood? Ooh, I'm sorry. My sister-in-law is allergic to seafood and to shellfish, not fish, to shellfish and chocolate. Oh my God. Can you imagine being allergic to chocolate? That's cruel. That's cruel for a woman to be allergic to chocolate. It's, that's not nice. That's not nice of her body to do that to her. Yeah. You're allergic to protein, which means you don't eat meat then either, because that's protein. Can't be allergic to just protein, because beans and rice are protein, and there's protein in a lot of foods. Protein in meat, protein in chicken, protein in fish, but there's cholesterol in fish and shellfish. You were, oh, I'm sorry, Wilma Jean. How'd you get over it? You just took a chance one day? Because I'll tell you, I would be taking chances. If I learned I was allergic to something that I loved, I would be taking chances to see, well, maybe it's past. Because, your body does change. Your taste buds change too, which I didn't realize. The idea when I was younger of eating a raw clam was, and I've tried them. I didn't like the taste. I didn't like the texture. I didn't like anything about it. Uh, and then when I was about 24, 25, and on my way home from work, I got a craving for little necks, for raw clams. So I went to Tark's, which was they're another place that closed down. They were all over the place. They were very famous in Florida, in South Florida, Miami. But I went to the Tark's near me, and I go and I sit at the counter, and I order half a dozen little necks because those are the little ones, and they're sweeter than the bigger ones. And I don't know why, but I put on the cocktail sauce, and I squeezed a little lemon, and I just swallowed it. It was delicious. And I did that because my mother always said, you don't have to eat, but you must taste. And she was right, because tastes change. And what you don't like today, you might like tomorrow, or next year, or the year after. Your taste does change. And I know that because I used to hate broccoli. Ugh, ugh. Just the idea of broccoli was that I'd eat it when I had to, or at the very least, like my mom said, I'd taste it. But most of the time, I would just push it aside. I'd taste, then push it aside. Because, that was her rule. Whenever we went out to eat, or if we ate dinner at home, she didn't care. You don't have to eat, but you got to taste. And she was right. Tastes change, and things that I hated, I love now. Things that I loved, I don't like so much now. And it was, it was good. It was very good. All right, it's almost 8:45, and I think I've jibber jabbered enough tonight about nothing. I mean, what did we talk about? Food and I don't know what else. Whatever we talked about, I hope you had fun, or at least were productive in doing some of your crafts, your diamond painting, or your crocheting, or cross stitching, whatever, or your jigsaw puzzle, whatever you do. I hope it's all done, and you can. Of course, you could die from the food allergies. That's why you keep an EpiPen with you when you know you have food allergies. Still wouldn't stop me from trying. It really wouldn't. I'm a glutton for punishment. What can I say? Anyway, I'm glad you guys came. Thank you very much. I want you to be happy, be good, be kind, uh, be nice. It doesn't cost anything, and you never know. You might meet a new friend. Um, be safe, most importantly, be safe. Do what you have to do to keep yourself and others safe. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed yourself, you're strange. You're stranger than me. But no, subscribe. Don't forget the thumbs up. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And until the next time, arrivederci.
45 p.m.